What's up? Here's a story no one tells. And by confidentiality agreements, a lot of them don't like to tell this story. But this is the truth behind the Run-D.M.C. Michael Jackson fallout. Because there was no beef with Michael Jackson at all. It just was an idea that didn't come together. But let's go back to the beginning. Run-D.M.C. becomes a household name, major hit when they came out with the song Walk This Way. Now, Walk This Way with Steven Tyler and Aerosmith became one of the biggest pop songs of a re-released song, or a song that was already released in history. It was like, my goodness, it became so large. Not only did it propel Run-D.M.C. to a new light, it brought Aerosmith back into the light. So, Michael Jackson is getting ready to come out with his second album. He's ready to hit the studio and start recording. And this is like 86, 87, around this time. So, Russell Simmons get a call. They want to speak to the manager or whoever was in charge of Run-D.M.C. So they talked to the agent called, Russell Simmons. So Russell called, he called Run to get everybody together. Because Rick Rubin at the time, for some reason, I don't know what happened with Rick Rubin, but Rick wasn't really around. I think Rick was probably working on something, so Russell reached out. And he was telling Rick, Rick, this is the biggest thing we ever did right now. So Rick wasn't around, and by this time there was no cell phones, and only doctors really had pagers at that time. So he was trying to reach Rick, and Rick wasn't answering the phone. So he called Run, couldn't get Run. So he called I think he called D. He was like, if you talk to Run, tell him to, meet me in the office. So everybody meet him in the office, or what have you, and here come Russell. They thinking, oh man, something happened. It's major. And he was telling D, no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So he gets down there, and Russell's all excited, Remember when I told you Run-D.M.C. was going to be the biggest group ever? Remember I told you that? Remember I told you it's going to be the biggest group ever? We're going to be the biggest rap group ever. We just did with Aerosmith. Yeah. Now, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wants to do a song with us. Michael's going to do a song with us. The biggest star in the world wants to do a song with Run-D.M.C. So, naturally, nobody believes it. So, they just in shock. Michael Jackson wants to record a song with us. And so they fly out to Santa Monica, I think California. They were out there at Michael Jackson's studio, and it was like Mike was having to record in private because he couldn't travel the way he used to back when he was recording Thriller. So if Mike said he gonna be somewhere at 5, you might not see Mike till 9. I mean, it's just how it is. But you gotta be sitting there and waiting on Mike to show up. That was just how the situation was. So when Run shows up, and what was it? Run, Jay, and all them, they sitting there, right? And they just like, man, what in the world is going on? And Run is antsy, they can't sit still. It's like, man, what are you gonna do? Like, what if Run don't like it? Run don't like what we doing. Then what? So, it's everybody's up in arms. Nervous. Then Run-D.M.C. bodyguard, they get a call, and it's Michael's agent, and she was like, Michael will be here, and Michael will be there in 10 minutes. We're trying to make our way into the entrance now. A lot of people are not in the area. He had to, fight his way through a lot of stuff. He had a lot of business to attend to. So anyway, he shows up, and Michael comes in. He's got on this. He's got on like a stonewash jean like outfit, and he's got Bubbles. So he's got Bubbles with him. He's got his stonewashed outfit, and they're in the studio, right? And they're going over the theme on, what he wanted to do. And he's, hi, Run-D.M.C. Hi, I'm Michael. Yes, I heard Walk This Way, and it was a wonderful record. And I just want to do the same thing and bring the same element and energy into my project. And what he was doing and what he was talking about was having Bad was supposed to be an anti-drug record. And the war against drugs. And Run-D.M.C. was going to be the theme of it. And then they were going to do something, and Michael was going to sing his part. And then have the rap blend its way in. So while they were working on it, it was funny. And then he's like, oh my God, look at his chains. Their chains are beautiful. Can I try them on? So Michael tried on the chain that Jay had. And when he tried it on, he's posing with it. Michael Jackson was serious. Like this was going to be a really big thing. And all of a sudden, he went to get a chain back to Jay, and Bubbles jumped on him. Like he tried to jump in the arms of Jay. And when that happened, Jay freaked out, and Bubbles dropped to the ground and started running. Michael was, oh my gosh, Bubbles! And started chasing Bubbles around the room. So everybody, it was like nervous for a second, and it got calm, everything relaxed. So they started having dinner and stuff, and then they went back. When they went back to Michael's house, they had dinner and stuff, and they were working on the song, and it's just not coming. It's not coming out right. And Michael's just like, I want to do this record, and Michael really like we got to get this record done, and it's not sounding right, and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Run had a substance problem. Run had, you doing an anti-drug record with Michael Jackson, and you showing up high as a kite and coked out. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Michael's people know it. Michael knows it. And it's not going to be a good fit. So they had already did a cover shoot of Michael Jackson where they threw a Kango on him and was like, Michael Jackson to team up with Run-D.M.C. to make this anti-drug record. So now it's in Rolling Stones. It's everywhere that Michael Jackson is teaming up with Run-D.M.C. to make this song called Bad. An anti-drug record with Run-D.M.C. Once they start seeing the substance abuse problems of Run, that killed the whole deal. It killed it. Someone coming out right, Run's mind went in the right place. Run didn't want to do it no more. And it just killed the whole thing. They never tell you this. They never tell you this. But this is the reason why it fell apart. I'm out.